How you doing today, guys? Bomber here, and so this is the big rig I was telling you that I bought, customized exactly the way I want it. Pretty cool. I mean, it's even throwing out green and gold smoke. I mean, how Aussie is that, hey? And of course, it's just, I love this color red. I really do. It's awesome. But yeah, let's see. There we go. Alright, so you got this little logo, you can probably just see it there, up at the front, little bird, little hummingbird, pretty cool. It's also on the very back of the truck as well, you can probably just see it on the number plate. Yeah, you can even do the windows, left hand window, there you go, on the driver's side. That's it, going up and down, the other side, there we go. You put the windows up and down. I mean, how cool. How bloody cool. No idea what those are. Oh, that's a steering. As you can see, you can actually have your rear wheel turn. Yeah, get around. Zoom in here. There we go. So, look at that. The rear wheel's turning as well as the front wheels. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So I can lock that out so that when I turn now, only the front wheels turn. Lock it back up again at turns, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool machine, it really is. But I bought it because when that trailer that we've got on there, when it gets full, my tractors were struggling to get it up that little hill there. So I bit the bullet and I bought a nice big one. I did have a smaller one. This one came up on sale, so I bought it instead. Got rid of the old one. So yeah, I've got the motorbike just sitting here just so I can get off straight into the house there. So yeah, so we're going to, here we go. Actually, we've got to get this thing off the field. Not off the field, but onto the other one. Because we're going to be cutting this area. Alright, so we're going to unfold it. We're going to allow create fields. Now, I did stop and I thought about it for a while with the creating the, I was going to leave a line near the near this road here for trees, but then I realised I'm most likely going to be, because I'm going to be buying that what is it, field number 14 on the big map there, so it's the next one over, just above my roof there. I'm going to be buying that, and I will be harvesting from east to west, so I'll be going this way, and that way if I had trees here, my trucks would get caught up on it. So I'm not gonna put anything in there. So what I'm essentially going to do here is I'm going to try and get a decent cut. Oh, I suppose I better put that on. Now that I know where my edges are, a decent cut straight through. Well, I'm going to get as close as I can that I'm comfortable with. Probably about there. Now I will do a proper cut. I have shown on the video before how I do straight cuts. So I'll just lower that. And I'm just going to cruise on through here. As you can see on the far left and right hand side, I'm not getting it perfectly straight, but that's fine. What I'm going to do is do this first, and then I'm going to hire a worker to finish it off properly for me. See how close we get to getting up there. Now I do want to actually try to continue following this road just for a little bit. So again, that other field is going to match this field, so I don't want to go too far up so that my trucks get caught in the trees that are around my barn there. So probably about there. And I'm just going to, you know what, I'm going to cut the top end of that field off there. I'm going to cut it off just there, just so I don't have to think about it, concentrate on it, that's all. Now obviously the worker's not going to be able to follow that bit that I turned off on, but I will straighten it off anyway. Oh, we don't want to get too far over that road either. And that's not a road that I created, that's actually a road from the game, so I think about there. That should be fine. So I'll lift the plow there. Alright. So in order to get a straight line on that, as you can see, it is a bit, I mean, it's close to straight, but I like straight. So it's over, it comes back about a little bit there, and it comes back a little bit there, so I'm gonna, because if you make sure that it's still on limit, not limit to fields, but field creation, then he will do a straight line for me from where I tell him to. So I think about, I'm just looking at the far right hand side there. I don't want to come out too far, but I don't want to go too far, too close in either. So probably about there, and I'm going to hire him there. I'm going to, he found no thing, okay. Oh, that's right. Yes. I remember now. Got to do it later. Okay, that's fine. We will keep that up. We'll do it later because we've got to actually have something in there that we've cut out in order to make him do it straight. Otherwise, it's just a pain in the backside. No, that's fine. We'll work it out later. Right now, I just want to get another straight line going down there for, well, a straight-ish line, as close as I can to where I've already got it. As close as I can to the boundary. About there, I reckon. Lower. Yeah, that's pretty good. Activate cruise control. And we'll send him out that way. All I do is I'll just keep an eye on my left-hand side plow and make sure it doesn't kick any lefties or righties on me. If it does, I'll just kick it back a bit. Looks like we're pretty damn straight right there. I don't see anything kicking left or right, so that's pretty close to dead straight there. That's very good. Very good, me. Now we're going to have to do the same thing here, get as close as we can to the edge. There will be eventually buying that field 14 and the one down below is 16. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift the plow. Actually, I might just hold the accelerator a bit. And we'll just slow it down till I'm happy. There. That'll do it. Lift it up. Alright, and then we'll cut northbound till we get to the actual field. It doesn't matter how far we go into the field. We'll get it in. I mean, we don't want to get rid of too much grass, but that grass is going to be the last of our grass that we're going to be having on this field. So lower, that looks good. The same thing again, I'm just keeping an eye on. See, it's kicked in a little bit to the right. Now it's kicked left, so I want to try and keep it as close as I can to straight. When you see it kick out one to the left, it means you're starting to drift a little bit. Or drift to the left or drift to the right. So you just counteract with your steering, obviously. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Sorry guys. Oh, kick back in a bit. Yep, there. slow him down now. Get him right to the edge. One more of those little things. That'll do it. Lift him up. Alright. And what we'll do is do the same thing again along this line though, all the way to the top. Not this line, this line. And then that'll be our next field. This will be 1329, we're going to call it. 1329 I suppose. A large eastern field. Lower. Oh, we've got to come back a bit because we're not quite far enough over. I'll try there. Yep, that's better. Alright. So cruise control. Oh, just kicked out again. Okay, kicked in there. We'll come back and fix that later. Like I said, I don't want to cut too deep into that field. It's still got grass in it that is still growing, so good thing about grass, I really love that it just continues to grow, which means you're going to constantly get money. On one of my other games I had that same thing with sugar cane, but we've got it so that sugar cane has to be replanted every 3 or 4 times, I can't remember, otherwise you don't get the yield. Pretty straight, pretty straight. Yeah. And lift the plough up, and we'll go back down the bottom there, and we'll fix that little bit that we stuffed up, that I stuffed up. You didn't stuff it up, I stuffed it up. And then we'll get over to the other side of the road there, and we'll get that other field started. There we are down here. Slow down, slow down, slow down. When they're going downhill, they go downhill, nice and quick. Alright, we'll just keep it nice and straight about there, lower it down. There it is. Lift him up. Then it's just a matter of doing a bit of a colour in. So we'll get the other field, the edges of the other field set up first. Now this top field here will eventually connect to that field that you can see that we've got the sorghum in at the moment. Will eventually. It's not going to right now. But we'll start it about here somewhere. Get ready. Get ready now. This one is actually going to run along the road, close to the road. Lower there. Alright, this one, oh, I'm way up, I'm way out. It's kicking right twice before I got it straight. Oh, now I have to kick left a bit. Oh, still kicking left. Alright, this is the same deal here. We're going to get as close as we can to that edge, which is about border, but it's going to be a grass field, so we don't want to get too far over, otherwise our grass is going to end up in the other field. We're not going to be able to touch it, so about there will be fine. When we're ready to join the others up, we can join that one up, that's fine. But yeah, this is going to, like I said, this is going to be our grass field, because we still got to have grass. Grass is at the moment our major income. I'll show you what I pulled out of this whole field. It's actually not as much as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a whole lot more than that. It's a pretty big field, but it's also riddled with weeds and whatnot. Weeds, and it hasn't been fertilised, hasn't been rolled, so we're not going to get as much out of them. I've kicked so many times to the wrong side. It's unbelievable. Of course, we don't want to get too close to that thing there. So what I might do is I might actually do a rounded edge. So like that. Yeah, that looks good. And we'll get our edge happening there. I'll continue this one through. Like I said, I don't want to cut the... Oh, I don't want to keep cutting out too far to the left, to the right. Not straight enough. Yeah, I don't want to cut out the road there, because that is... If you do start to cut out these roads, you may not be able... Your AI drivers might not be able to use them anymore. So, yeah, it's best not to cut these roads out. It's best to keep them in the game. Like I said, your AI drivers, when you send them back to farms and stuff like that with vehicles, they might just go, can't find the road, so they won't go. Alright, I'm going to lift that now. I'm going to find an edge. I think that might be a good enough edge right there. Drop that down. Oh, that's deep. That's real deep. Oh well, we've started it now. Alright, this time we're just going to follow the road. So we don't need to worry about it kicking. It goes it's fairly straight here, and then it'll start to kick up about up there a bit more. Oh yeah, it's kicking out now, so I'll just keep an eye on that road and the distance we've got between it and my plough. So it sort of looks like a bit of a natural turn, just like we did on the other turn for the other field. But we also, see that's cut out too far, but that's fine. We want it to continue into where that edge is over there. I'll probably cut that edge too high there anyway. But that's fine, we can fix that. We can get it. And there we are. Lift the plough. So that's that done. What we'll do is we'll just continue ploughing the rest of it in. We'll do the colouring part. Let's get that field, that plough down. Yeah, it's just colouring in now. Changing it from green to brown. And then of course, once we finish there, because we do have the precision farming on, we're going to need to do the precision farming. As you can see, where are we? Yep, do the save, that's fine. Save, save, save. Here we are there. Let's see. Precision farming, there we go. So we've got no data whatsoever in these bottom two fields, obviously, for obvious reasons. So no pH in it, no nitrogen, we don't know. So we need to actually do some tests. That's gonna cost us a whole lot of money. So I might have to take out a loan for another 20 grand. Just to be sure, just to be on the safe side. And then it's just a matter of freaking dropping a whole bunch of samples. I've had an absolute mind blank there. Yeah, have to take some samples and then do that. There we go. Yeah, have to take some samples and then we have to get it sent away. I think it's $50 per sample. I mean, something this large, probably looking at about 50 odd samples, so it's going to be quite a bit of money. At least I think it's $50 a sample. I don't know. But they do take a fairly large area. I mean, this whole 2 wide, I suppose you call it, 2 wide plough. It should be about the same size as 2 of them. So that one there and this one here that we're doing now, they should in a circle, never a square. In a circle should be the size of the plot that we're going to do. I just like doing those sort of turns with these. I did a different turn on the other one, and you've seen how ugly that came out. Great enough. I want to leave any behind. Yeah, that turn over there, ugly. So I just do a what is it? It's not a 360. It's not a 180. It's a 270. Yeah, 270 turn to the right. It's just a 270 turn to the right, and then a cut to the left. Put your truck's in the dirt. Put your ploughs in the dirt. That's better. That's probably better words for that specific song. Okay, lift it up so I can do a nice good spin. Probably should have a weight on the front of this when he's doing this, but no, I didn't think about that. Not until after I'd already started, so. Yeah, this will be a nice big field. I think we've got barley over in that top field now, so I suppose this one will be canola. We shouldn't have to wait, should only have to wait 2 days for that grass to come through, because when you roll it, it actually goes immediately to a growth state rather than being on just a harvested state. So it should only take 2 days or 2 sleeps, which is 2 months in the game. So you end up getting more in the long run. I think that's how it works. I have noticed once I've started rolling, I've been getting it to come in quicker. But you don't necessarily get more actual grass. And lift it. Oh, missed a little bit. Drop it. Go. And lift it and drop it while it's hot. Or drop it like it's hot, I think is the way the song goes. Too old to know. Too old to care. Alright, haven't got much more to go, a couple more spins and we'll be fine. Then we can go and do that other field up there, and then it's time to do some oh my god, I've blanked again. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. I can't even think of it now. Now my mind's not even on it. My mind's on the fact that I've forgotten. Samples. Take some samples. Thank you. Yeah, I'm like a goldfish. Oh look, there's a rock. Oh look at that. They put a rock in here. Oh my goodness. A rock. Ah, a green spot. Ah, got it that time. I don't like this corner going up like that. I think I might actually just go straight through here and then I'll just fix it up. ready to lift the plough. Circle back this way and done. Just so we can get a little bit extra speed. Now this tractor that I've got on, that I'm using right now, is the only one that has the power to do this properly. I've tried to use the little blue boy, but he does need to have the weight on the front. Because when I lift the plough like I did then, his tyres come up in the air. Ooh. And as for little red, well, he can't even get up the hill with it. Ah, the lovely colour of mud. Isn't it ironic? In order to make a little bit of green, I need to make it a little bit dirty. Got to make it brown before I can make it a bit of green. I've got to cut away the green in order to make it some green. That's ironic, isn't it? Or was that just stupidity? Hang on, let me refer to the song. But of course you'd all know, I'm from Australia. Our currency isn't green. Our currency is rainbow colours. We have purple, blue, red, yellow. Oh no, we have a green one. Yeah, the $100 notes are green. If you're not from Australia and you haven't seen our currency, have a good look at it, mate. Beautiful. Absolute works of art. Alright, this time we're going to do a 180. I reckon we should just be able to get the lot. But maybe not too. Maybe just. Oh, look at that. Just off. So close. If I had to run straight, I would have been fine. Oh yeah. Field number 1 done. Oh yeah, if you haven't noticed, have a look at the time up in the top corner there. That's all sitting in real time. So when I left you in the last video and said that I'll mow and windrow and bale and put it into wrap the bales, I didn't realise that it would take me 3 or 2.5 real-time hours to do. Real-time hours. I thought it was just going to be about an hour or so, like real-time, but no. That clock in the corner there, when we left in the last video, was just a little bit past 11, and it's now 20 past 2. So that says it's been 3 hours. But we also started this at around about 1:30-ish, thereabouts. Or maybe a little bit after, maybe quarter past, but either way, 2.5 hours. It's not slow going, I can tell you that much. Not fast going, sorry. It's very slow going. You've got to really do this sort of stuff, especially when you're cutting the fields for yourself. So you have to do everything. You can't actually hire a worker to do a little bit for you to help you. The whole field creation mode is all done by hand. So this is why I love this plough. This is why I always go for straight ploughs rather than the long one, angled ones. This is a mod hub one. It's fantastic. The size. It's obviously you don't need as much power to pull it. This tractor that I've got at the moment is I think a 310-ish horses, ponies. So yeah, she can pull a bit, but as you can see, it bounces a little bit when it's when the plough's lifted, but still pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, it's not a bad plough. Was what I'm trying to say. It's not an expensive plough either. Where am I? Oh, I've only got a little bit left to go. I was gonna bring you up on the not where I bought it in Mod Hub, but obviously it's in Mod Hub, so you'll find it if you're looking for it. But I'll bring up the sale when you go to buy it, so you've got the information. So you can buy it from Mod Hub, or not buy it from Mod Hub, but get it from Mod Hub and buy it for your own farm. I check Mod Hub daily as soon as I log into the game. Before I start the game back up, before I load up the save file, I always check Mod Hub to see what's new, mainly for updates. Sometimes some of the implements that you use are buggy. Sometimes they just need a reworking, you know. Maybe the attaching sound isn't there, or something like that, you know. Or the wheels, as you can see, the wheels are all running like they look like they're supposed to be running. That sort of thing. So it's just the people, the devs that have made the mod peoples that have made them. Just keeping an eye on their own creation. They're keeping them updated, they're keeping them fixed, which is what you want. You know, if you're going to use a mod, you don't want to use some dodgy old thing that never gets updated and constantly breaking your game. You want something that's updated frequently. Make sure that it keeps running. Unless you're one of those modders that just makes it perfect first time. You don't need to update it anymore after that. You're just too good at what you do. So this will be the end of this one, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna start with that machine over there. Get the samples. And there we go. Beautiful. Lift it up. And down. Rightio, 2 fields done in moments with this amazing plough. And done. Right, so a plough that I'm using. Where's the ploughs? Where's the ploughs? Where's the ploughs? Is it up? There it is. Ploughs. The Lizard SM22. Currently worth 10 grand. That's because I've used it a bit. As you can see there, it only needs 330 horsepower to drag it, and this tractor, as I said, is not 330 horsepower. Or is it this one here? It is 310 horsepower. There you go. So you can get away with a bit of it. Oh, let's not do that. We'll go into here, not that one, this one here. We'll have a look at what it's worth straight off the bat. There she is there, 87,000. And that one there is a 26 metre. Oh, actually, I've got this one, the 22 metre. I don't have that one. I didn't know there was a bigger one. I thought that was the only one. Maybe they've updated it. There you go. See? Updates. How good is that? So that's the one I've got to at the moment, the 22 metre. There is a larger one. Ah, that's why I didn't get it. Look at the horsepower, 370 horsepower. That will be pushing it for what I need. 330 was close. That was my original plough, my lizard plough, a 6 metre. I do like square, straight lines. That's why I've got these ones. So yeah, your bang, bang, bangs. Very, very good. Customize it so you got your attaches. You can have yes or no. If you come around the back here, you can actually, with the attacher, which I do have on mine, you can actually have a trailer dragging in behind that as well. So you can be ploughing and seeding at the same time. Your main colour, you can change your main colour. You have a huge range of colours. You know, I prefer to go with purple because it stands out, lets me know what I'm looking for. But, you know, so yeah, it's all in all, it's a very good plough. This plough, there we go. Alright, so we're going to put him away now. I'll show you. Listen to the clunking and clanks of this thing folding up. It's amazing. It just reminds me of a kid sort of showing off his muscles. Look at me. That's what it reminds me of when it's folding up like that. Alright, I'll show you the bales real quick. Drop that there. Cute. I might need to get rid of that tree, that might be in the way. So we'll go do that very shortly. So, as you can see here, the blue bales are the bales that I took off my farm. The actual farmed bales. So you got 28 and 28 and then 8. You work maths. I don't work maths. And these are the ones I got off the field without anything, without any, you know, that sort of stuff. No weeds. Sorry, it's got all weeds and all that sort of stuff in it. So we got 3 lots of 28. So, yeah, not as much as I thought. I mean, there's only, what, 8, 16, 20. 20 more bales from an entire field that hasn't been weeded or rolled. So, yeah, it's not amazing, but, you know, that's what it is. So this one here is the one that's barley right now. So, yeah, that's the... right, that's that. And yep, that's right. We're going to cut this tree down. Got my saw blade in here. It cuts trees. It gets rid of logs. I don't like logging. I hate logging. It just seems to be an absolute waste of time and money. It takes forever to put logs on the truck, and then you only sell them for next to nothing. Much rather the ease of doing the ease of grass, much better. Let's just cut this down, hey? Oh, let's jump back in the van that I was in. I need to switch hand tool. There we go. I got rid of it, eh? I used to have the lightsaber. Which is pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, jump back into there. Turn that back on. Up that down. Do nothing. Okay, stuff's going. Yep, good. And then this part here. Just a matter of driving up the trunk. See there, it's just cutting it away from me. Gone. Whole thing's gone. Now I can go put that stump grinder away. Don't want to get rid of too many trees. So yeah, this is my little island of front end loader stuff. And there's my little machine. It's going to take my soil samples. Pick him up. Unfold the unit, and you see the size of the radius in the bottom left hand corner. Just do that way. Now it's a little bit of a juggling act to try and get it right, so I'll try to get as far as I can that way, and then take a soil sample. See it blink. Once it's no longer blinking, you've got the sample. There we go. And we'll just drive down. Now instead of doing one there, I'm actually going to take it right down to the very edge here and do it there. Get a little bit on the other farm as well. You can see it's quite a large area for it to actually get, because it's got a little bit of that field as well. Might actually continue down the road so we can get the samples like that there. Yep, good. And the last one right in the corner, about there. Alright. This way. If I go up like that, I can actually get a little bit more. There we go. Across there, because we've got a bit of wasted space down the bottom there. So that'll incorporate that little edge. But there's a problem. I still have an edge down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue this one out this way. There. There we go. And then that one there should get all of that part there. Oh, no. Back up a bit. Right there. Okay. Up. Not that much actually. I might go that way, back up this way. I'm driving completely by the small map, the mini map. Trying to get my bubbles, my circles to fit with the areas I've still got to do. It's actually very good the way they've done this, making sure that it's outlined the areas that you haven't done yet, coloured in I should say. Yeah, back a bit, there. Otherwise it'll leave a dot. I do have spots, little tiny dots all over my other farm, the big one at the top, and it does sort of irritate me a bit, but I ain't going to spend $50 just to fill in one little dot. Just make sure I do it properly here. There. There. You'll see that I'm not actually losing any money each time I take a sample. That's because as you can see on the left hand side, it says how many soil samples I've taken for this area so far. 16. And then you'll see it says send soil samples away for analysis. Now it's best not to do that until you've finished what you're doing, because I did that another time. I think it was on that grass field over there, and all this red area, or the darkened brown area, you can see that I know where I've done and when I haven't done will disappear. And if you haven't done the whole field, you can see with the other field going over that side there, you'll see those little bumps that I've got there. I won't know that I've done those, so I'll have to actually guess, basically. And that's where you end up with little dots and little spots that you've missed. So you make sure you do all of them. Right, so this one here, I'm just going to be running along the edge. This is a larger of the fields. But basically, I'll be, you see back there, I was colouring in those corners. But they'll be like, basically little squares left to do once I get there. Right, back a bit, there. Right, there. So yeah, there'll be like little squares that you've still got to do. Oh, I don't like that view, I like that view better. That way I know that I'm going up and down. Back, there. For larger fields, obviously, this works a lot better. Now, oh, that's another thing I was going to show you too. So inside here, in the precision farming area, you'll actually notice here, this one, the pH level. You'll see the top one has obviously got two colours. You can see those little dots that I was talking about, little tiny dots everywhere. But you'll see it's a bright colour up there. The one on the right, the far right hand side, is a little bit brighter again. But the grass paddock is a darkened sort of colour. It's the same colours. It's just a darkened colour. I'll show you. I can prove that by going, was it 6.75? As you can see there, they're all the same colour. They are just darkened. It means that they are beginning to run out of. It's starting to become outdated. So eventually, that whole field will be black, completely black. You won't be able to see it. You won't be able to see what you've got to do. So it'll be outdated, which means you'll have to come by with this lovely little machine, this sampler, and redo the whole lot again, which I have had to do. I've had to sample each field twice now. Not resample each field twice. I've sampled all the fields twice now. So the first time was not a redo. It was just an original do. But when I actually, you'll see when I get up into the next bite, so we'll end up showing off a little bit of that thing that I was just talking about, the darkened area, the soil types. You see that just in that area there. It will actually take a sample from this corner inside that area too, and once I send the samples away and get them back, those little areas, those little half circles on that specific bit of land will actually come up as good place for a tractor there, idiot. Nice parking. Will actually come up bright as that top one, but I don't know because I did do them all I think around about the same time or a day apart, so I don't know why the grass field is going quicker than the rest of them. Could be because it's we're done doing it all with grass. I don't know. I shouldn't be on this side of the field. I should be on that side of the field. It's fine. It's fine. Goosefaba. It's just a movie reference there, guys, just in case you don't know. It's anger management with Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson. When you start to get angry, use that word, goosefaba. I think it was goosefaba or something like that. Yeah. It's been years since I watched it. It was a good movie. I really liked it. Jack Nicholson as normal scary best. This whole section here done. Of course, we know exactly what type of soil is going to be in this area, but our machines won't know that, so it won't know to put down how much fertilizer to put down and whatnot. There we go. That's all we need to do with that section. So yeah, honestly, I've been the entire time I'm just driving, looking at the mini map. I really am. Not even looking at where I'm driving on the real map. Alright. This one here should go nicely into that gap. Up there-ish. Alright. So that was basically trying to add on to that little part there. So what we go to here is we're going to go as high as I can that way onto that one up there. There we go. Up a bit there. So like I said, you'll end up with squares or triangles or whatever, but you won't use as many soil samples. At least I don't think so anyway. Go any further than that. That's fine. We're going to go that way next. Right. About that. And this one will get inside that square. It was just an overlap of that one because we weren't dead on with the way we wanted to do it. And before we send these samples away to be tested, we'll have to get some extra money out just in case. Last time I took this many samples, it cost me about $5,000. We do have 11, but I just want to be certain. There. Unfortunately, one of them didn't quite line up right, so we'll go get that. Now we'll go and get our squares. What I'm going to do is go that way as much as I can. That's fine. Try and get these squares as much as I can in with extras. I won't be able to go that way too far. Do it. Up, there. I'm using the wrong camera to look around. I'm looking at the mini map, trying to get my thing to spin around the right way. Alright, so I've only got a small area left, so this should basically get it with the last 4 samples. So it'll be 50 samples taken at, I think it's $50 a piece. Maths. I don't know. My head hurts. All I can see is bubbles. Green and yellow bubbles everywhere. There we go. And then one more. There. Alright, go and get this loan. That was what, 10, 15, 20, yes, 20 grand out there. Alright, he's done that. Let's send the soil samples away. Yep. Now, obviously it still hasn't gone away yet, the money. And there you see that's that whole area done now. The whole lot. Let's just boil the soils. Fold the soil sample. Oh no. Okay, so we fold it, it goes away, eh? We'll keep it out just until we get the soil samples back, so we see what we've got. It takes a little bit of time, obviously. We could speed up time. We're not going to. We don't want to see too much black. We want to see lots and lots of grey. Lots of grey would be awesome. But that black does look like it continues out here into this area. Come on. Alright. Let's just speed this up a little bit. Times 3. Speed this up. Come on. We're at times 3 now. Should we go a little bit quicker than this? Okay, that's not quick enough either.